We don't hear you.
Good morning, everyone. This is Jennifer Sanchez. You are watching the Wise Morning Coffee Chat Show. I am excited for today's guests, Martha, and my co host, Kim. So, who am I? I am the founder of the Women's Institute of Self Development Advocacy, WISE for short. And today we're going to be talking about Martha and who she is and what she's doing and why she's doing it. So that's who I am, the founder of this organization. I'll pass it on to Kim so she could introduce herself.
Good morning, ladies. And I too am excited to have Martha on this morning. Thank you for joining us. My name is Kimberly Montesinos. I have been a part of the WISE community for quite a while. I'm one of the, as Jennifer calls, OGs, and it's just a privilege to be here. I'm the owner of Crystal Clear Cleaning. I'm also a marketing rep for Melaleuca. And I just love educating people on how to have a healthy and non-toxic environment. So that's me in a nutshell. Just excited to be here and let us all get to know Martha more this morning.
Yes, awesome. And of course, this is an interactive show. So as everyone's watching, make sure you're jumping on, commenting. So thank you, Kim. Now, Martha, give us a little intro of who you are, and then we're going to go more into detail.
Okay, so hi everyone, good morning and happy Halloween. I hope everyone has their costume ready to go trick-or-treating, whether you're an adult who likes it or you're just taking your kids with. I'm taking my son. He's my 5-year-old. So there you go. I'm a mother. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I have several projects going on in the air when it comes to business. But my very favorite one is my non-for-profit, the 2% Fund, where we raise money for undocumented students. And as we are talking this morning, you will get to know a little bit more about everything else that I do.
Yes, Martha does a lot. So I say Martha is my firecracker in our community. She's been in the community for what? It's been a year, maybe, Martha, now? How long has it been now that you've been
About
in
a year.
this? About a year, yeah. So she came in blazing and just like kind of went at it. And I'm honored to work with her, and she's just been blossoming. So I'm excited to. I mean, she's already came in amazing. Like I think you have like how many businesses, Martha? I can't even keep count. Like I feel like you have like 20 of them.
No, I don't have 20, man. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna stop at 10. Okay, that's how many fingers I have. So I realized if don't have more fingers, and if I have more fingers, I'll do more. I will say it's 5.
Five. Okay, five. A handful of businesses. So, but it's okay. You know, at the end of the day, that's what we do, right? I think Kim is a serial entrepreneur. I'm a serial entrepreneur. Martha, like we all do this type of stuff. We get it. We get why we do it. So we have Sandra. She's saying good morning. Sandra, good morning. How are you? Remember, guys, it's an interactive show. So let's go into the coffee time of our show where we're talking about what we're drinking this morning. So I can go first. I got my coffee cup here. I'm actually not even drinking coffee today. I'm doing the lemon water. I was like, you know what? I haven't done hot water and lemon in a while. Let me do this and kind of like detox and see how this goes, because now that I'm not running the long miles that I usually run on weekends, like the crazy miles, and I'm like, how am I going to maintain my weight off? Right? Like I can't eat the same. I got to like be really like more strict, not strict, but more careful, because that's a lot of calories that I would burn on the weekend, and now I'm not doing that, right? So that's how about you, Kim?
So this morning I have my cup. If you can see it, it says keep life simple, because I tend to be pretty chaotic. And I love this cup. I'm drinking pumpkin spice latte, but it's with oat milk. Also, like Jennifer, to be a more healthy, not drinking so much sugar. Because I have an issue with my foot, I can't exercise, so I do have to kind of start watching what I put in my mouth, right? And I love pumpkin because it's that season, right? So that's what I'm drinking this morning.
Nice. Isn't it that they say, okay, I might mess this up and someone's gonna kill me because they know that I'm gonna get this wrong. It's 20% exercise, 60% diet,
Somewhere
right?
around. Mm-hmm.
I know some health guru or someone's gonna be on here and they're gonna correct me, but right, I know that the number is like it's more eating than exercise itself,
Yes.
but
And then
um
sleep.
and sleep is a big one.
Mhm,
My
mhm.
trainer would get on me when I wasn't sleeping. She would get mad. She was like,
Yeah.
"How many hours did you get today?" I'm like, "I got 4." She'd be like, "You can't do that, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Your muscles need a rest." I'm like, fine. Okay." So so we have Jeanette. Buenos dias, ladies. Buenos dias, Jeanette. Glad to see you here. So what about you, Martha? What are you drinking this morning?
I rushed to my computer, to my office. I have my office in my house. Yep, 20% workout, 80% in the kitchen. I was about to say that. I'm like, it has to add up to 100. So there you go. Always add it up to 100, Jennifer.
Oh, and of course, the mathematician's gonna correct my math. I was worried about the health guru. Instead, I got the mathematician who literally you are a mathematician, right?
Mhm.
Like we could literally say that, right? That's not
You
I'm not
could, because I
like
have a degree. I have a degree in applied mathematics from Illinois Institute of Technology, and right now I'm pursuing my PhD in industrial engineering, which is basically all math and data and programming. So challenging, but I enjoy it. I have a purpose for my degree. At first, I'm gonna not gonna lie to you. I went in because I'm like, I want to be called doctor, and the purpose came with it.
there's nothing wrong with that.
That's
There's
right.
nothing wrong with that. You know, you want to be called doctor, you want to be called doctor, right?
Right.
No, but
So
now I'm like, it's not worth it. It's so much work.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure it is, but it's well worth it. That's why you have the doctor right in front of the title. That's why you get that title. Let me show these comments, right? We have, if you're commenting from the private Facebook group, it does not show your name, just heads up. Someone wrote here 20% workout and 80% in the kitchen. Thank you for sharing that. And then here we got another person that's also 80/20. Thank you. And then I've heard this as well. Abs are made in the kitchen, which I know I've heard that as well. I wonder if that's Mary, because Mary's usually talking about stuff like that. So Martha, and we can go into you and conversate now that we talked about, what we're doing. What are you working on right now currently? And well, let's start with this. Why did you even start the 2% fund?
Oh man, you're gonna touch a sensitive subject. Why did I introduce myself like that? So the 2% fund, I started it. Actually, this was a project that I did back when I was in high school. When I was in high school, so all of you know, I am undocumented. I came to this country, I mean, not the best way. My parents brought me here when I was a year old. Um, and with that came the status of being an immigrant. And I was always unstoppable, even when I was little. But no matter how trailblazing you are and how strong you are capable of being broken, and I mean, I was told you cannot go to college, and that didn't stop me. I actually started getting information since I was like 14 years old, and interviewed community leaders in the immigration, who were experts in immigration rights, and I found out, yeah, I could go to college. It's not illegal for me to go to college. Yes, there is no FAFSA I can apply to because of my legal status, but there are a lot of private scholarships out there for undocumented students. And currently, now more than ever, there is so many. There is private organizations like myself, the 2% fund, that raise money and awards scholarships to undocumented students. But point is that even though I was doing that and I was like so strong, when I came to my turn to apply for college, when I was 18 years old, I think when I was 17, I wanted to be an actress. I don't think I've ever shared this with you, Jennifer or Kim. I wanted to be an actress. I'm like, I've been doing emceeing since I was 10 years old. I love stages. I love speaking. I love just like motivating and bringing energy to people.
I could
And
tell.
I got admitted. I got admitted to one of the best acting schools in New York. Only 10 students got admitted from Chicago. And you know, Chicago is in performing school. I mean, performing city. Everyone came from every suburb and whatever. I was admitted even though I didn't have like schooling in acting. So I was talented,
Mm.
okay? I was talented. And I call, hey, can I get help with financial aid? I called the financial aid office. And they screamed me out. Like they didn't even let me finish my question. They're like, what? What are you doing in our schools? You don't belong in this country. Go back where you came from. Like that was the last hit in my dreams where I just got shattered. That was the most depressed I ever got. I stopped going to school. I was a straight A student from freshman to um, junior year. And then I stopped going to school. I was doing nothing, no assignments. I completely stopped my whole life. And I knew I at that point I wanted to take my life because for me it was like for a kid. A kid loves toys and that is their world, right? For me, my education, my dream for college was my world. That's all I knew. I had no friends. Like I was taught that I had to focus, that I had to be focused and I don't need friends in my life. So that's all I knew. That was my baby, that was my whole life, my world. So I was just sitting there in the kitchen with my mom and she's like, when are you going to go to school? Teachers kept calling her, where's Martha? Is she okay? They're like, yes, she's okay. She's right here with me. And I would tell my mom, don't even try to push me to go to school. Because I mean, at least I was smart enough to realize like I had to stay here. Because if not, I would take my life somehow or like, because I was so down. So I kept digging myself in a deep, 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 deep
Wow.
hole. And I came out. I eventually came out. And you know what it was? My counselor tells me, Martha, do you understand you are not graduating high school? I'm like, what? I'm not graduating high school even though I had all A's and I still have a good GPA. Even with F's, I still had a decent GPA. I wonder how bad everyone else did, man. um, I really, I mean, you put it in perspective. It was Curie High School, 4,000 students, and I was still have a decent GPA with all F's that semester. Anyway, I'm like, okay, I'm not going to throw 3 years away anymore. I picked up myself 2 weeks before the end of the semester. I did all my physics, history, all my assignments, and I finished. I finished with like A's and C's, and I graduated, even top 7 in the class. I was
Wow.
part of the top 10. I was there super embarrassed, like the whole graduation.
Wow. Wow. I
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say right now. Kim, what do you think?
I think this is a blessing that you're sharing this. I know that was a difficult time. My ex-husband was from Mexico, and I have two similar stories from a niece and a nephew on his side. So, and that's when Obama was in office, and he came through with the DACA. And it's so we need more awareness of this because there's so many young people like yourself. Um, that go against this whole thing that you don't belong here, you're living off the government, we don't want to keep providing for you. And look, that's not the case. The case is you want your education so you can um, give back to society, and you're doing it in amazing ways. So you sharing your story, this is why I love when people share stories. It just touches people. Somebody's going to hear this and say, you know what, how can I help either the 2% fund or how can I share my story? We need awareness so that this can stop happening and people can stop spreading lies.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I piggyback on what you said, Kim. Not enough people know exactly what. Right. I think there's just not enough information out there that kids can go to school, right? I mean,
Yes.
first of all, I have some opinions on CPS, and I don't want to share my opinions on CPS. But at least in with the CPS school I went to, I remember there was counselors and teachers advising kids to drop out, right? Like that to me was just like, it's terrible. So for you, Martha, like for you to come out of that, for you to rise up out of that, for the situation that you went through, and that you're now going for your doctorate degree, right? Right? Like now
Mhm.
you're trying to become like, shame on that damn school. How about that?
Right, right. And amen to you, Martha. I mean, I love you and um, recently hired you to work with me in my company, but just hearing this part of that, it brings it to another level.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You're an amazing young lady.
Yeah. I didn't even know this story. I don't think
Me
you've
either.
shared this story with me before. I know different stories, not this one in particular, right? Like, but the thing about Martha, she's an open book. She's
Mm,
pretty transparent about everything, which is amazing. So let me share these comments real quick. Of course, it said it's me, Mary. So we know Mary is the one that said the abs are made in the kitchen comment. Um, and then we have Jamalet. Good morning, ladies. Good morning, Jamalet. Ooh. Uh,
wow.
we also have what? Oh my God, that's horrible from Jeanette. And then Jamalet said, "What I hate that true Americans that we can live here don't take advantage of the resources that are given to us. So many people would love to have. I'm so glad that you pushed and showed them that you weren't going to let them dictate who you are." And I think there's more, but it's getting cut off. Let me see. I can't see the rest of who you are.
It's, it says you're
Inspiration.
such an inspiration. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Thank you so much, Jamila, for sharing. So yeah, I mean, that's amazing. So if someone wants to, so okay, what does a 2% fund do now that we went into the story, Marta? Like what does 2% fund actually do for people or
Um,
undocumented kids?
so we raise money. We do different fundraisers. For example, we're having one this. Oh man, I have so many events going on. I don't even know what's going on now. We have one going on this. Oh Lord, is this Saturday? Just look me up on Facebook, Martha Razzo. But there's two events going on, one Saturday and one Sunday. Saturday, if I'm right, I hope I'm right, is, oh yeah, Saturday, Dia de los Muertos. So what we're doing is we're dressing like Catrinas and we're having just a party. There's no pressure. You just come dressed up. If you don't want to come dressed up, it's okay, but it's just party. We have full DJ and it's just having a blast. And then the Sunday, this is not part of the 2%, but we're having a wellness. Uh, Tilsa is coming to talk about wellness and spirituality. And we're also going to sell each other's clothes. Whichever ladies are coming, you can bring your clothes and we sell them to each other. I love that because I don't go shopping anymore. The girls, I buy their clothes. They do all the shopping for me and then use them and then I buy them.
Nice, nice.
So that's fun. So quickly, what we are going to answer your question. So we raise money for undocumented students, and we give them scholarships of worth of $1,000, 4 to 5 students, and we also provide mentorship, like
Mm,
guidance, how to build your confidence. Because as an immigrant, it comes with a stigma that you don't belong or you're not good enough, you're not capable, because that's what you've been told. Even if you haven't told directly, like you cannot, you're not, you're useless, whatever you have been told in some way or you feel like that. We give them resources on how to navigate the education system as an undocumented student. The other one we're going to do, and this is the one I'm working on, financial literacy. So we're looking to partner with Wintrust to do a 12-week workshop on banking and investing. So I'm excited about that. So we're creating full curriculum for them.
that's great. Oops, I apologize. That's my alarm. That's great that you're creating curriculum. And I think just in general, and I can speak on this because I know when I worked in the nonprofit in the south side of Chicago, right? I worked for an organization that's a big Latino organization that will serve the Latino undocumented community or the immigrant community, right? And regardless of undocumented or not, I was in charge of the financial literacy program at one point. And I remember like people don't even know how to write a check out, non-immigrant, right? Like let's just, people just don't know how to correctly fill out a checkbook or how to check their credit score or a lot of people that I would work with and they would just have their money hidden in a mattress, right?
Right. Right.
Or hidden in their house, like they didn't want to put it inside a bank, which actually was protected by the FDIC, right? Like the bank protects your money if something were to happen versus like someone, breaks into your house and steals your money, then what? You got nothing to protect that. You have nothing for that. So I think that's good, Martha, because young people need, especially anyone needs financial literacy. Most people don't have, like Jeanette. Is she still on here? Jeanette was talking about on Saturday that most people don't even have $1,000 in the bank for emergencies, right? Like an emergency fund. So this is big deal. I think, Martha, you're doing amazing things, and I think it's very commendable. And I'm proud of you. I'm sure Kim's proud of you for doing
Oh
everything that you're
my God,
doing.
absolutely. And I love the fact that Wintrust, it's very interesting with banks. You would think Chase, one of these bigger banks, although Wintrust is not a small, player. But I
Yeah,
love that you said that they're the ones that are, partnered with you to help educate and provide these classes. That's amazing. That's amazing. And thanks to you for advocating and being out there and finding someone to help the community.
absolutely. That takes a lot of work. We have
Yeah.
Sonia. Good morning. Yadira, good morning, good morning. And then Sonia mentioned, yes, for saving for a house, they don't know how to budget. Sonia is also part of the financial industry as well and works with the Latino. She was with us on Saturday as well, which is, thank you so much for supporting Sonia. But I think this is a great conversation. I think it's hard to be a leader. It's hard to step up. It's hard to take a role and find resources for community, like individuals in the community. And the fact that Kim does it, I mean, Kim does her thing with her businesses and supports small entrepreneurs. And I know she does, helps people with cancer, with cleaning their houses, right? Like for us to do philanthropic events or support the community, that people don't step up like that. People
Right.
don't do that. So Martha, you're doing an amazing job because a lot of people don't have the cojones to do that.
It's
And,
a lot.
I
It's a
just,
lot of work. It's a lot of work,
It's a lot
and
of work.
we're not like big where we are getting funded. None of the funders, me, Cynthia, and Karina, none of us get funded. Like all these workshops and stuff, we do them because it matters to us. And it's interesting enough. These are three founders who all of us are undocumented, and we all were at IIT. So it's a really nice story, like how we all got together.
Yeah, and it just shows that you can go to school, you can get your doctorate degree, you can be an entrepreneur. There are ways of making money, right? So for
yep.
someone to say that there is no opportunity, there is nothing, no, there's a lot. Actually, I believe there's more in the south side than the north side of Chicago. In all honesty, the resources are,
Wow.
I always knew it. I always said it. I always felt like, man, Southside be supporting immigrants like there's no tomorrow, and just people don't know. And then you got these immigrants on the north side, like, where do we go for help, right? Like, so Sonia's agreeing with me. She said, yes. See, I'm not crazy. I'm just joking. Um, then we have Jeanette. She said, Martha is amazing. I
Oh,
agree.
thank you.
Sonia said there's a lot of resources out there. People just don't know exactly. And we have Rosario. She said, good morning, ladies. And then she also said, Sonia said, thank you. So with all that being said, I know that we're running out of time. I want to be respectful of people's time. Kim, do you have any final thoughts on everything that we were talking about?
Yeah, Martha. So for the people who want to know, well, first of all, I didn't know I'm a North Sider, so I didn't know we were so ignorant to stuff.
We are. Well, we're the north side is considered more white collar, right?
Well,
Like
yeah, that's what I grew up with.
right,
So
like
by going to the South Side, because I was lost completely going to the South Side to support WISE with the domestic violence. But even when I was there, those two ladies at the end, those two Latina ladies that I connected with and fell in love with, I was talking about them all weekend to my friends. I felt that passion of community there that was
yeah.
unlike what I am used to. So I'm not offended by the comment. I'm embracing the comment because whenever there's a disconnect, it's because we didn't know. Like I didn't even grow up being a mixed kid knowing all these things, right? I learned these things hanging around people who educate me. And you're never too old to learn. Like I'm older than both of you, and I am so amazed with Martha. So my question, Martha, is how do people connect with you that want to help you with your organization? How can we learn more about this so we can spread the word or perhaps help you ourselves?
Nice. So we have a website you can go to.
Mm-hmm.
It's the two written down,
Mm-hmm.
two, then the word percent, 2%fund.com. That's our website.
So I would encourage our community to write that down, and let's get together and do as much as we can to help one another promote this organization. I think it's amazing.
Absolutely. I'm adding it right now to the screen
Okay.
so that people can see that.
It's
So
with
anyone,
the word two.
I
The
guess.
word two.
All
Oh,
right,
it's with the word.
let,
Okay.
let, me, let me edit that real quick. I apologize, everybody. Two with the word two. Okay, so 2% fund.
Percentfund.com. So you can read more on us, our past recipients, and we also have a donation tab in there. And like Jennifer said, I'm an open book. So if you have any questions, whether you're undocumented or not, about this topic, please reach out to me. I'm also a serial entrepreneur, so I'm in a lot of industries. I'm in food, warehousing, logistics, finance. I'm in a lot of industries. So if you ever need help and you're like, okay, school's not for me, it's okay. Even though I'm doing a PhD and I love education, it's not for everyone. So it's okay. So if you want to follow this path of being an entrepreneur in business and be guided, please reach out to me. I'm sure Jennifer and Kim will also be open because you have 3 amazing businesswomen on this little screen that you're looking at. So this is powerful. And I actually want to lean to something else. We are launching a book. This is one of my current projects that I'm very excited about. Business Diva. It's a collection of 22 women from different industries, different levels of business. Some of them are multi-million dollars. Some of them just started their business. Some of them are exiting and selling their business. And they're all over the US. We have California, we have New York, we have Chicago, Michigan. I hope I'm not missing another state, but this is exciting. It's happening December 13th. This is how excited I am. The book launch is December 13th from 6 to 9, and we're all going to do the signing, and it's going to be Winter Wonderland theme, and we're going to dress up like divas. Even if you're coming, please dress like you're a diva.
Dress like you're a diva. There you go, guys.
I love dressing.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll definitely be there, so you can I'll be supporting. So before I wrap up, I know that Jeanette made a good comment that I want to make sure I reach out. We still are collecting clothes for Wings Domestic Violence Shelter. So we had our event on Saturday. We collected about 20 bags or 20 bags of clothes for women that or men or children that left abusive relationships that are living at the organization, right? Because they have about 30 to 40 shelters throughout Illinois. And Jeanette is still accepting donations. So if you couldn't make it on Saturday, but you still got a bag of clothes, you still got shoes, you still got purses, and you still want to donate, because remember, these families, sometimes when they leave these abusive situations, all they have is the clothes on their back. And so you can go here to Monarca Insurance and Financial Services, 3300 West 63rd Street, to drop off any clothes that you want to donate. And then, of course, I want to make sure that if you guys want to know anything else, you guys want to connect with Martha, reach out to me. I know that we shared her website, so you can reach out to her. It's the 2%fund.com. So make sure you go there and reach out and get to know Martha some more. And then finally, I wanted to make sure if you guys want to get to know me more, this is my website. You guys can go to Meet Jennifer Sanchez. It's a bit.ly link, and right there, all the events, the show, what I do is there for you to learn. So I think this is my alarm saying that we gotta go. So thank you so much, Kim, again for co-hosting with me. Matt, Kim is awesome. She's always on here in the morning with me, so I appreciate you doing this so early. Oh, here we go. We got a phone number that Marta's also sharing for those that want to reach out to her about the 2% fund. I'm going to do this right here. Give me 2 seconds, Marta.
And while you're doing that, I'll just add to the community. I also, as I mentioned really quickly, I also hired Martha for the financial piece in my business. And this young lady is absolutely amazing. So if you don't feel ashamed, because I know this part of our businesses, a lot of us can feel, again, like, I don't want to share my finance. I don't want to be ashamed. I don't want people to know. This is vital for you to be thriving in your business. So if there's anyone out there that has any questions, just want to sit down and have a consult or hire her, I do say, please contact Martha with the questions. I love working with her. She's amazing. And I'll keep that short because I know we want to be respectful of time. You should come back on a show again and share another one of your businesses.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm in agreement with that. So thank you so much, Kim. Thank you so much, Marta, for jumping on this morning and giving me some of your time. I really appreciate it. And thank you, everyone, for watching. You guys are amazing. Hope that the rest of your week is fabulous. You guys have a great day. God bless.
God bless.